In this video, I'm going to be making the biggest fast food restaurants in Gorilla Town, but there's a problem. I only have a limited amount of time to build each one, and eventually the time will get shorter and shorter until I have only 10 minutes to complete a map. Alright, let's start building. Alright guys, so now we're in Blender, and the first map I chose was McDonald's. With it being the #1 fast food restaurant in the world, I mean, it's only right. So here's our reference image. This image is what we're going to be going based off of for the next 45 minutes. But without further ado, time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so for the first challenge, I have 45 minutes to complete it. And as of right now, I have no idea where I'm going to start. So I guess I'm just going to make a plane to serve as our street. Then I'm going to add a cube to serve as our sidewalk. So far, this isn't looking so bad. Kind of just looks like the walking part of a treadmill, but this isn't what we're here for. Okay, I'm going to extend this plane a little bit because the scene I'm going for is having the McDonald's right here and some trees on this side. Speaking of trees, here's some trees I just got off of Sketchfab, and we're going to be scattering these along the left side of this plane. Since it's spring right now, I'm going to try and match the vibe of spring and use these trees with the green leaves. Alright, this doesn't look the best, but now that I've got some of the trees scattered, it's time to work on the restaurant itself. So my plan is to add a little trail from this road going up to here, so I'm going to make a small rock path leading up to the entrance. Alright, I made a little stone path using some rocks I found off of Sketchfab, and to me it looks pretty decent. I don't really have a problem with it, but you guys let me know how it looks down in the comments. So I think right around here is where I'm going to put the McDonald's sign, and instead of your average tall McDonald's sign, I'm going to be using the shorter, watered down version. Okay, this looks about right. And now that we've gotten most of the environment finished, it's time to start on the main project, the restaurant itself. Now, how will we go about doing this? I think it would be important to start off with the foundation of the restaurant. So to do that, we're going to add a cube and resize it to where it looks like the foundation of a restaurant, which is this little small part poking out. Okay, so far this looks about right. Not too complicated, not too simple. Just basic walls and a floor. And you're probably wondering how we're going to turn this into a McDonald's. And to be honest, I don't know, but we're going to find out soon. And first I have to make a door entrance, so I'm going to have to do a loop cut on this part. Add another loop cut and another loop cut. And then we're just going to select this face and delete it. Okay, so far this looks pretty good. So now we have to add a roof. And as you can see in the reference image, it's kind of similar to what I have, but it kind of has this weird looking arch on top. So I have to try my best to recreate that. Alright, this looks about right. So let's add some texturing and exterior design and we'll be finished. Alright, well this is about done. The rest of the texturing will be done in Unity, so you guys have sort of an outline of what it looks like. Okay, so the next restaurant I'm going to be making is Subway. Now since this one we only have 20 minutes, and Subways are generally small, I thought it'd be a perfect fit for this part of the video. To give you an outline of what the Subway is going to look like, here's a reference image. But enough talking, let's get started. Okay, so again I'm going to start with a plane, and I'm not going to make it as big as the last one, because like I said, Subways are generally small. So I'm just going to place the restaurant right around here and make a little small parking lot right here. And instead of starting with the environment, we're going to start with the actual restaurant this time. Again, like last time, we're going to add a cube, size it down slightly, and get it looking a little like this. And since I only have 20 minutes, I don't plan on making an interior like last time, so I can focus on exterior details like the logo. But before we start on that, we need some walls. And that's about it for the walls. And as you can see in the reference image, they have this little green rectangle right here with their logo on it. So I'm going to try and recreate that. So to do that, I'm going to duplicate one of the walls and size it down slightly and place it right around here, just as seen in the reference image. And to make mine slightly different, instead of putting just the S, I'm going to put the entire Subway logo. That looks pretty good. And now let's start on the front of the building. Just like in the reference image, I'm going to put a Subway logo in the front. Then I'm going to add some little tiny puck lights on the sides. To do that, we're going to add a cube, size it down, move it to one of the sides you want the puck light on, and make it sort of a rectangular size. Then you want to take that same rectangle and copy and paste it to make another one. Then you're going to kind of elongate that one and make it a little smaller. Now you have a basic light, but technically we're not finished yet because we still have to make a little small light source down here. So what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to copy and paste the same exact square right here, size it down very so slightly, and move it down just so there's a little small light poking out. And in Unity we're going to change that to a light source and we're going to have some light poking out of that. But as of right now, this is just modeling. And you're going to want to duplicate that, move it to the other side. And then bam, we have our puck lights. And we're going to want to take our foundation and move this up here to make a roof. The roof on the Subway isn't too complicated. It's kind of just a little poke out right here. And then all we got to do like last time is just make a few loop cuts for a door. Then delete those faces so we can place a door here. Drag in our door model. But let me add a few more tweaks just to polish it off a little bit. Now that's about it for Subway. To me it turned out pretty good, sort of bland, but we can fix that in post in Unity. Now let's move on to our next restaurant. Okay, now that we've finished the first two, it's time for the ultimate challenge. I have to complete an entire restaurant in 10 minutes, which is 35 minutes less than what I started with, which means I have no room for any mishaps, or that means I have no time to complete them whatsoever. And the final restaurant we're going to be making is Little Caesars. Little Caesars has some of the most smallest locations I've ever seen, most of them being smaller than a lemonade stand. Here's the reference image of one that I put on screen, and let's get to work. Okay guys, so unlike last time, I have only 10 minutes to complete this, so I have to make sure I get this one right. So to start off, we're going to start off with a plane, the original rundown, you guys already know. Okay, so by the looks of it, the one that we just saw wasn't the biggest restaurant I've ever seen, which means I'm probably just going to give it like a really small foundation foundation. So I'm just gonna give it this big old wall right here, because there's not really much to see. I mean, like, you saw the reference in it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a loop cut here somewhere, and I'm gonna make a door and some windows. Then we're gonna dissolve these faces. Then I have to add in the Little Caesars logo. Then place it right there. Then add the same door from the last two projects. And then I guess add a separator for these windows. I'm gonna add the windows later in Unity, because that's like where I have my window texture at. And bam, here we have our final map, which I made in under the 10-minute mark. And I'm looking at my timer right now. It says I have 2 minutes left. So while those 2 minutes are finishing, I'm just gonna do a little bit of polishing, and I'll see you guys in Gorilla Tag.
Alright guys, so now I'm in game. And now using Unity, I've imported all of the Blender models into Gorilla Tag. So me and you can see in real time what Gorilla McDonald's looks like. But give me like 2 seconds because like something doesn't feel right. So I gotta go off screen for like 2 seconds. Alright, this was a lot better. And as you guys can see, I'm the manager of McDonald's. I know, right? Like such an original name. And another thing, I'm not gonna be recording alone. I got my friend Zuvo with me to check out each and every map. And he's gonna give each map a rating on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being absolutely terrible, and 10 being the absolute best. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright Zuvo, so now we're in the teleporting map. And in this map, by clicking one of those red buttons over there, you can teleport yourself to any of the maps that I've imported into Gorilla Tag. And the first map we're gonna check out is Little Caesars.
Yo, let's freaking go. What the frick?
Alright, so this is Little Caesars. It took like 10 minutes to make. It's pretty bunyan.
This is freaking awesome. What do you mean, bro?
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give this map?
I'm gonna be honest. This is about a 5. It's in the middle. This is actually pretty good. I actually really like this one.
Alright, next map. Okay, Zuvo, so the next map we're gonna be going in is Subway, which took me 20 minutes to make.
I freaking love Subway.
Alright, Zuvo, so this is the Subway, which in my opinion is one of the best maps I've made so far. And as you can see, like, look at all the paintings around here. Like, isn't it so tough?
Yeah, you hand painted those, right?
Yeah.
Who is that? What the freak?
That's Jimmy.
Yo, what's up, Jimmy? Yeah, so Jimmy's like 10 times bigger than me.
I probably should have sized this map down a little more. Okay, Zuvo, so how much do you rate this map?
I rate this map an 8 out of 10. I freaking love this map, especially those cars.
Well, great, because this next one is about to blow your mind. Okay, Zuvo, so this is the biggest map that I built so far.
Yo!
As you can see, look at all the decorations, and you can see me right there.
This is you, right?
Yeah, that's me. Like, that's literally me, dude. And like, I'm so muscular.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Zuvo, and before you go in here, I got another surprise for you.
I can't wait.
Close your eyes, because this one is about to look really cool.
All right, my eyes are closed.
All right, Zuvo, so look at me. Then I'm going to move out of the way, and you're going to see the biggest surprise yet. All right, in 3, 2, 1.
Yo! Yo, this is freaking sick. We're like employees of the month, bro. This is awesome.
Yeah, I was about to say we both got employees of the month.
I've worked about 30 minutes here, and I'm already an employee of the month. I have a question. I have a crazy hot take, but if we go over here, this is how big each person that comes here is. Let's come over here. Who is eating this, bro?
I kind of got the sizing mixed up in this map, but you know, it works. Okay, Zuvo, so now that you've seen the third and final map, I want to know your rating on it.
I'm gonna be completely honest as well. This map is a 10 million out of 10. I freaking love it.
Okay, guys, so this map about wraps it up for the video. And make sure you share this to as many people as you can, because this video took almost a week to complete. And last but not least, don't forget to like and subscribe.